Who remembers Inspector Gadget, the bumbling cyborg police officer that could never solve a single case if it wasn't for his niece Penny and dog Brain, who constantly saved the world from the evils of Dr. Claw? What the hell was that?
Oh, they may stop me at every turn, but this time you're going to help me.
Dr. Claw?
The one and only.
And I'm supposed to help you... how?
You're going to play the Inspector Gadget game.
But I was already going to review that, and besides, how would that help you?
It'll help me live my fantasy of finally getting that buffoon out of my way.
God, you're pathetic.
The story is that Dr. Claus kidnapped Penny, which is out of character for him, because even in one episode he doesn't even know who Penny is. Why would he kidnap her anyway? She only holds value to Gadget and no one else.
We all know that she's the reason why my plans are always foiled. Don't even try to pass it off like she doesn't.
If you enact all your plans in secret, how does Chief Quimby know about them?
I don't hire honest people.
Oh, that makes sense.
Brain also never helps Gadget in this game, only appearing as a brief cameo in certain levels. The game is an action platformer. You go right until you get to the boss of the stage and defeat it, and then proceed to the next level. When the game starts, you only have the plunger gadget, and you collect more as you proceed through the levels. You have to collect icons in the shape of Gadget's hat for ammo, but not all gadgets use ammo, like the grabbing arm and the plunger. Graphically it's pretty good, but Gadget moves really weird. He shuffles along the ground really fast. It's like a walking animation that they sped up. It just doesn't look right, which is one of the many issues I have with this game.
Another problem that I have with this game is that the theme song isn't in it. You got the license, put it in!
And everything says ouch when it's defeated. Mad agents, robots, and even boulders.
Yeah, Gadget can punch through boulders, but he can't control his gadgets. Suspension of disbelief destroyed.
You can attack by punching, ducking and kicking, or jumping and headbutting, or using the boxing glove to punch stuff that's directly above you. And the gadgets you get are plungers that you can use to climb on walls, a hand to grab on the hanging rings, a bow and arrow, bombs, mini kamikaze gadgets, a lantern, a helicopter to glide with, and it's really haphazard in how it works, homing propeller blades, and a question mark that drops an anvil and clears the screen of enemies. And they're all pretty good weapons, and you have to level them up as you collect more icons of that gadget. The max level is 3. The icon will blink, and it's a more powered up version that you get to use one time. But there's an issue, and it's probably the biggest issue in the game, but I'll get to that in a bit.
Don't forget that the jumping in this game is absolutely garbage. It's too fast and slippery, and also suffers from the same issue.
Huh? Oh. Thanks, Dr. Claw.
Now, if you're watching the gameplay, you can probably already guess what the issue is. There's delays. There's a delay for everything that's not a basic punch or kick. When you jump, Gadget crouches down and then jumps. And if you go to use a gadget, you have to wait for it to pop out before it does what it's intended to do. This game shares the same mechanics as Ghouls and Ghosts. Taking one hit puts you in your boxers, and then the next hit kills you. Normally it's not that bad, but there's another issue with this game. The camera is another game breaker. It'll follow you and then it'll stop at certain points. So you're going to run into something because the camera decided to let you go ahead of it. This is really bad when you're going up because you go past the screen first before the camera follows.
Why was this implemented? It was fine following Gadget normally. Who thought it was a good idea to have it stop at random intervals?
The levels are based on locations from the cartoon, like a castle in England, a Swiss clock tower in the mountains, a jungle, an Egyptian tomb, and then one of Dr. Claw's castles. After the first level, the game just starts taking cheap shots at you whenever it can. Like robots that when attacked will launch their head in a random direction, and if it's on the ground and you touch it, you'll either die or take damage. The boss fights are a joke. They're really easy fights, as it's mostly just hit and run, and you can hit with anything that's a weapon and you'll win, because the bosses have more of a delay between attacks than Gadget, and the boss is just a floating chair with Dr. Claw's arm. This game is famous for showing Dr. Claw's face.
But guess what? Joke's on you. This game is non-canon, so it has absolutely no relation to any of the cartoons or movies.
That's not Dr. Claw's face, nor will we ever know what it'll look like. And the last boss is a joke. I hit a mad agent with a plunger, and then the whole ship blew up.
This game's a pile of trash, and it proves that Gadget's bumbling and sheer good luck is all that gets him through the day.
You beat the game.
Yeah, it wasn't hard.
I know when to admit defeat.
Yeah, just say it already.
I'll get you next time, Gadget, and you too, Retro Replay, next time.